Hello guys, welcome to one of my first videos. This is my second one. Today I will be going over the balance changes. Where is it? In the patch hotfix number 81, I believe. Let's see. Yep, 81. It was just, well, like 10 minutes ago, right? Yeah. 16 minutes ago, it was put up on the announcements on the Dark and Darker Discord. So there are a lot of things here. I want to make this video as short as possible, right? I'm gonna just go over the most important things that stuck out to me and that I'm really happy or sad about. Okay. So first, these are all the bug fixes. You can pause the video and read them, right? I didn't even really bother with these. I'm just trying to give you the information that matters on the balancing side, right? Even more bug fixes. Here are the balance changes. They're not a lot of them, right? It looks like a lot, but the first two are super brief. On the fighter side, breakthrough duration changed from 12 to 8 seconds. I really don't understand why they did this. Fighter really needed the breakthrough duration, and I feel like it's going to be run even less now. A lot of people couldn't justify running breakthrough on fighter because sprint is just so good, and what's the other one? Second wind is so good as well. But it was kind of being necessary to run breakthrough because breakthrough would stop you from being trapped by ranger traps. It would stop you from slowing down when a smite cleric hit you, or judgment hit you, or wizard ice mastery hit you, or any sorcerer spell that displaces you. Breakthrough would save you in those occasions, and I feel like it was way too short. 12 seconds was not a lot in my opinion, but that's what I see from playing fighter. Also, fighter is just really weak against magic, so I don't know why they did this. I don't get it. But on the other hand, cleric divine protection duration changed from 4 to 6 seconds. I love this change. I feel like it should be 8. Because people can just bait it really easily still, but that's a good change, a good direction. Because I play a lot of cleric, divine prot and smite, and I do feel like 4 seconds is nothing. You just activate it, 4 seconds go by, and you have to wait 45 seconds to get it back. The cooldown is insane. I feel like instead of just changing the duration, change the cooldown time as well, I think. Now, let's go on to the good things, boys. I love these changes. God, hell yes. Finally, after all this fucking time, they nerfed Druid a little bit. It wasn't a nerf to the animal form, which I'm really sad about, but at least they nerfed their healing potential, and all of their spells pretty much got nerfed, except for Restore for some reason. So let's go over it. Lifebloom Aura Druid. Yes, finally they nerfed this. I was running against this all the time in arena, in trios and duos. Dude, it was nuts. They would out-heal all of your damage to the whole team. They would get a lot of magical healing, Lifebloom Aura Druid, and they would just sit behind their team, casting, I forgot the name, Nature's Touch and Restore on the whole team, and then Mending Grove, and you couldn't kill them. I was on my arena kit on Wizard, and I was fighting a guy that had a Druid behind him, and dude, the guy was standing still, eating magic missiles to the face. Keep in mind, my kit on arena has 10 true magical damage and a shitload of magic damage, and he was just eating magic missiles to the face, eating arrows from a ranger, eating fireballs, and he wasn't even low. He didn't even get low, which is just stupid in my opinion. But yeah, finally they halved the healing from Lifebloom Aura, and they decreased pretty much all of the spell counts for Druid. Orb of Nature, 5 to 4. Now they have 4 charges. Barkskin, 5 to 4. They did decrease the casting time of some spells, which is a buff, but not really a big buff, so we're chilling. Decreased Entangling Vines from 3 to 2. The duration got halved from 6 to 3. And it takes 0.75 seconds to activate after casting. That is pretty good, so you'll have a reaction time. Whenever a Druid casts Entangling Vines, it won't be an instant freeze to you, like an instant root. It'll take 0.75 seconds, which is crazy good. Thank you, Iron Mace. Thank you. They saw that. I'm really glad they saw that, because I was just getting rooted by stupid druids, and I was just getting headshot with a longbow from a ranger as soon as they rooted me, or a wizard shooting fireball headshot at me, because you just can't do anything when you're rooted by Entangling Vines. It's so stupid. So yeah, I'm glad they changed it. Thorn Barrier count from 3 to 2. Also good, because Thorn Barrier is crazy. And they half the duration. Thank you, Iron Mace, again. We need more nerfs to Druid, especially the animal forms, but this is a step in the right direction, in my opinion. Restore spell tier changed from 5 to 3, so now it'll take less knowledge to run this spell, which I guess it's a buff, but it's not a big buff again, and they reduced the casting time from 1.75 to 1.5 seconds. Now, guys, the juicy changes. Sorc, guys, I know this might sound confusing, but there's only really 3 things or 2 things that matter here. This is the most important one, the second change. Time distortion spellcast time reduction has been changed from 100 to 75%, and its cooldown increase has been changed from 4 to 3%, 3 times. So if you guys go into Sorc, you'll notice that the perk named Time Distortion, what it does is it gives Sorcerer instacast, right? Time Distortion. All spell casting times are reduced to 0, but cooldown times are increased by 4 times. What does this mean? The balance changes literally say, it says it in another way, right? But what this means, guys, Sorcerer no longer has instacast. Yes! Yes, dude, yes! This is what they needed to do in order to fix Sorc balancing. Sorcerer did not have any need to run, knowledge, spellcast speed. They didn't have to invest in it. We wizards have to invest a lot into knowledge for our spellcast speed. We have to invest into will for magic power, and we have low base will compared to the other casters. We had to invest into health, we had to invest into movement speed, and we had to invest into, what was it? I forgot now. I forgot what I was getting to at with the wizard thing. But Sorcerer literally just had like 3 stats it needed to work on. Instacast is so good on Sorc, combined with the other perks and spells, like the displacement ones. Sorc didn't really need move speed that much, and they didn't really need knowledge because they didn't care about their cast speed, because it was all instant, so it didn't matter. But now, they have to worry about the cast speed. And you can notice right below this change, there's a bunch of changes to cast times on the spells, because of course if you don't have instacast, now the cast time actually matters, so they have to be short. And I'm a little mad that Sorcerer gets like these high damage spells with very low cast times. Wizard has like I think 2 seconds to cast a fireball, or 1.5 seconds to cast a fireball, and Fire Arrow does a lot of damage. I think it does in Squire Kit. The Fire Arrow would do more damage than a fireball, if I'm not mistaken. You can correct me on that. But they just have a lot of spells that can do a lot of damage and take less cast time. But I take this. This is fine, because now I feel like it's actually balanced compared to what it was before. It was crazy before. The instacast, you could not react to any spells because they would just come out right away. Whereas Wizard, if you saw Wizard, Wizard only has like 12 or 13 spells. And they only run like anywhere from 5 to 10 of those spells. And they're almost always the same spells. Like every wizard runs Fireball, every wizard runs Magic Missile, pretty much, Explosion, Zap, or Ice Bolt. So there's not a lot of spells. There's not a lot of different spells. And you could hear and see the spell they were casting pretty much, with the exception of Fireball and Explosion, which you couldn't really tell which one they were casting. But now you'll actually be able to react to these spells on Sorc, because on Sorc it would just come out right away. Like instacast literally means instant casting, so you would have no time to react to these spells, whereas on Wizard and other casters you would know what they were casting based on the sound and look of the spell. So yeah, these changes are pretty good. Let's see, apart from the cast time changes, the cooldowns have been, I think I read this as the cooldowns increasing, right? Because change from 3 tier to 4 tier, I think that means they pretty much increased all the cooldowns on their spells by 25%. And then also the penalty on instacast, well, time distortion, has been changed from 4 times to 3 times. So now it'll take less time. So that's pretty good. I love this. Also, Icebound is now increasing cooldown reduction by 50% while in ice, so I guess it's a strat to like shoot all your spells and then freeze yourself and get all your spells back twice as quicker, I guess. Not really sure about that. Also, important changes on the game updates side. I would say the most important thing here is the arena change, where defeat in arena will no longer result in losing items regardless of their status. So I'm pretty sure that means that you can bring items bought from the market to arena now. Like you don't even have to find them anymore, at least for the next few weeks until the wipe comes. Also,
You don't lose any more MMR on Arena, which is the points you, like the ranking. You don't lose ranking anymore if you lose. I don't know where that is, but I read that already. And there's a big one, which I kind of like and don't like. They returned Fog of War to HR. This is terrible, in my opinion. Fog of War needs to go out of the game, like, completely. I hate it. It sucks. And the good part about that change is that they increased the fog clearing range in Fog of War. So now you'll have Fog of War in HR, but at least the range that clears when you move around in the Fog of War, like the amount of things you can see in the map after you move, or like if you face any direction, I would assume, is bigger. So now I guess depending on how much bigger it is, I think that's a good change, but I hate Fog of War either way. It sucks the fun out of the game, in my opinion. And another thing, magic damage. You remember how last Hotfix 80, they nerfed magic damage by more than half? Now, monsters have all their data for magic damage resistance and or weakness, and now they can resist a particular element. So, like, for example, maybe some mobs are weaker to fire spells, and maybe some mobs are weaker to ice spells. That's a pretty good change, in my opinion. I love that. And they nerfed the magic resistance on some equipment. I think this means by all equipment got nerfed by 30% on the magic resistance side, which I like. At the same time, I feel like fighters are going to be really weak now because they were already really weak to magic. But I mean, they nerfed our magic damage in half, so now they're reducing the magic resistance of all gear by 30%. I like this. I guess it's fine. And what else? These are changes that really excite me. Like they make me excited. Reduced or adjusted monster spawn density in Ice Cavern. I was just playing some Ice Cavern, and dude, I cannot play that map without running Meditate on my wizard because there's just so many mobs. I hope it's a reduction. If it's an increase, nobody's going to play that map anymore, which already people were not doing. But it's going to be even worse, pretty much. And change monster spawn quantities in some Inferno modules. I assume this means less because there's a load of Inferno of mobs in Inferno everywhere. So I hope that this means a reduction as well. And apparently they got more gold chest blazed in Inferno. I'm like guessing because I'm pretty sure that's what it means, you know. It says adjusted and changed, but I'm pretty sure these two mean reduced and this one means more. Okay? So yeah, guys, that's pretty much the updates. You can read anything else if you want. I tried to go over it as quick as possible. I know I ramble a lot, so forgive me there. A quick tip for you guys, whenever a patch comes, you can keep the game open and manage your inventory. Even though you can't go in a game, right? Like if I go into my wizard and I try to like start a match, it'll say the region is currently unavailable. But you can go in the market, you can list things, you can buy and sell things. So this is a good time to like sort your inventory, and this will stay like this until the whole game just gets shut down, which is like 40 minutes starting from oh look, they updated 3 hours. 40 minutes starting from the patch start date. So I still have like 15 more minutes to sort my inventory while everybody else just closes their game and just anxiously awaits for the update to be done. So yeah, guys, thank you for the support. I'm not sure if I'll be live. I'll probably be live, but I'm not entirely sure. Just go into my Twitch and check, guys. Well, anyways, I think this patch is going to be pretty good except for the Fog of War changes. But yes. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you very soon again. I'll be posting more. Bye-bye.